In the year 1819, a princess was born who would redefine an era. Alexandrine Victoria, granddaughter of King George III, was the heir to the British throne that the royal family so badly needed. 2 years earlier, George's only legitimate grandchild, Princess Charlotte, had died. Her uncle William had many children, but they were all illegitimate. Victoria was the daughter of Prince Edward. Her mother was also called Victoria. She was fifth in line to the throne when she was born. Within a year, she was third, after her father and her grandfather had both died. Her uncle George became King George IV. When he died in 1830, his brother William became king. Her childhood was strictly controlled, a solitary existence within the walls of Kensington Palace and what was known as the Kensington system. She was educated at home, kept away from other children, and trained with a singular purpose: to be a queen. The isolated upbringing instilled in her a strong sense of duty and an unwavering moral compass. At the tender age of 18, on June the 20th, 1837, she was awakened with the news that her uncle, King William IV, had died. She was queen. Her immediate declaration, "I will be good," set the tone for a reign that would become synonymous with an entire age. She was small in stature, barely 5 feet tall, but she possessed an indomitable will and a keen sense of her own authority. Her first great act as queen was to fall deeply in love. In 1840, she married her first cousin, Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. It was a true love match, a partnership that would profoundly shape her life and her reign. Albert was intelligent, diligent, and progressive. He became her closest advisor, bringing order and purpose to the royal household and, indeed, to the nation. Together they had 9 children, a large and influential family whose marriages across Europe would earn Victoria the title the Grandmother of Europe. Under Victoria and Albert, the monarchy was revitalized. They promoted an image of domesticity and morality, values that resonated deeply with the burgeoning middle class. Albert was the driving force behind the Great Exhibition of 1851, a spectacular display of industrial and technological prowess held in the Crystal Palace. It was a proud moment for Britain, showcasing its position as the leading industrial power in the world. This era saw unprecedented advancements in science, engineering, and exploration, with Britain at the forefront. But tragedy would strike a devastating blow. In 1861, after just 21 years of marriage, Prince Albert died at the age of 42. Victoria was utterly heartbroken. She plunged into a deep mourning that would last for the rest of her life. For years, she withdrew from public life, wearing black every day, refusing to entertain, and rarely appearing in London. Her prolonged absence led to some Republican sentiment, and questions were raised about the relevance of the monarchy. However, over time, and with the help of shrewd prime ministers like Benjamin Disraeli, Victoria slowly re-engaged with her public duties. She embraced her role as the symbolic head of a vast and growing empire. In 1876, she was proclaimed Empress of India, a title that underscored Britain's global dominance. Her jubilees, particularly the Golden Jubilee in 1887 and the Diamond Jubilee in 1897, became spectacular celebrations of British imperial power and national unity. Crowds lined the streets to cheer their queen, a powerful symbol of stability and continuity in a rapidly changing world. Victoria's reign saw Britain reach the zenith of its power, influence, and territorial expansion. The British Empire spanned a quarter of the globe, with colonies and dominions in every corner of the world. Innovations like railways, the telegraph, and photography transformed society. The arts flourished, and a distinct Victorian culture emerged, characterized by its strict moral codes, industriousness, and fascination with progress. Victoria died on January the 22nd, 1901, at Osborne House on the Isle of Wight. She was 81 years old and had reigned for 63 years and 7 months, the longest reigning monarch in British history until surpassed by Queen Elizabeth II. Her death marked the end of an era, a symbolic farewell to the 19th century and the dawn of a new, uncertain one. Her funeral was a grand affair, a sea of white and purple as per her wishes, rather than the traditional black. She left behind an extraordinary legacy. She restored the prestige of the monarchy, transforming it from a politically active power into a respected symbolic institution. She oversaw an age of immense imperial expansion, industrial innovation, and social change. She was a woman of unwavering principle, deep emotion, and fierce dedication to her duty. Queen Victoria was not just a monarch. She was the embodiment of an empire, a matriarch whose influence shaped a world.